Hey and welcome to a brand new episode of Let's Play Talk Gaming. Now, I had a game from Dovetail Games and I am not a fisherman. I own up to this fact, I am not a fisherman. But what interested me about this title is the fact I wanted to know is if a complete novice could pick this game up and play it even if he wasn't really somebody who's into fishing like outside in the real world. So that interested me, and as well as I'm a variety gamer, so it's always good to try different games. What I would like to see is hear your impressions of the game if you are an angler. Do you find the game really good? Is it quite realistic? Because I can only go on what gameplay is, which is probably a good thing. Because I'm reviewing the game itself and not the real thing. So none of this will come from a point of realism. I have picked up a few tips and tricks from my mate who has her own fishing channel. That will be linked down below. So a couple of things I learned that helped me with the game, I think, as much as anything. I think one of the things was stalking that she taught me. Yes, she taught me to stalk. That is our way of life. But let's look at the gameplay and then I will do the review just after. I am not the greatest fisherman in the world. I probably caught about 4 fish in my life. This could be a very interesting experience and a very interesting game to play. I do have a few notes. Which is why I'm going to fish just there. So as I say, I'm not the greatest fisherman in the world. But let's give this a go. This is a game that I got for free. Thank you very much to the developers. I thought it'd be an interesting one to get because I'm not actually a fisherman, so I wanted to see how easy it was to pick up and play even if you're not really a big fisherman or woman. My friend who is would have a much better understanding of the game, but that's the thing about video games. It's all about trialing different things. Being a variety streamer, I get to try these things, and I'm very lucky to have that opportunity to do so. Okay, maybe I needed a bit more of a pull on that. Maybe I need to just do a bit more research, maybe. The tutorial is really good on this game. I will go and show you the tutorial in a minute after I miss this next fish. It is a really, really good tutorial on this game. So from the tutorial I've already learned how to get bites, which is good. It's just to reeling them in. The timing and motion of the strike determines how well the hook. Right. So, let's go to tutorial videos again. So you can actually see what the tutorial video is like. Retrieval techniques, fish finder, trolling motor, floats, plodding. Learn the basic techniques for casting out and reeling in and adjusting the speed of the rods. Be careful not to overpower your cast.
An overhead cast is ideal for performing long.
Oh, I've heard that one. Sorry, guys. I'll make you watch that for no reason.
When fighting a fish, you need to manage the tension on the line. Too low or too high, and you're in danger of losing the fish. The drag system can be adjusted to increase or decrease the resistance on the line. If you set the drag system to its maximum, the fish won't be able to pull line from the reel at all, but this will put more tension on your line. If you set it to its lowest setting, the fish will pull the line out easily and swim further away. This will put less tension on your line. Keep the pressure on, and eventually the fish will tire out, making it easier to reel in. You can also increase or release pressure as well as guide the fish by moving the rod while reeling. This icon shows that the fish is exhausted and ready for netting. You will be rewarded with experience points based on the size and length of the species you catch.
needed to do that, didn't I? Right. It's getting closer, I can feel it. Could this be the one? Could it? Could this be my first fish I catch? It's 10 yards away. Why is he not tired yet? First fish. A brown trout. Personal best, because it's my first fish. Can we copy that and get another one? That's the question. If so, this game has taught me, be interested if we do it in real life, how to catch one set of fish. Or if we can prove that wasn't a fluke, that'd be really good. I forgot that bit. That's too hard. got put off when it said poor strike, but I'm getting there. I can feel the fish coming to now. I'm just hoping this one puts up less of a fight. So much concentration. I actually really enjoy this game. It is actually quite relaxing. It is difficult, don't get me wrong, as somebody who doesn't actually fish like in the wild. But I'm wondering if it'll help me take some of this experience and move it elsewhere. So when I do go back and see my friends, whether I'll be better at fishing because of it. Don't get me wrong, it doesn't let you know how I wouldn't actually know how each of these pulls feels like, but in the same way, and you don't get that beep every time your line's a bit too taut. That is long. That is a muskelunge. That's too hard, I already know that. Let's catch one more fish then. Let's get to level 2 and then I'll wrap up my review. Ooh. This one's a lot more erratic than what the muskelunge was. As in, like, the muskelunge was very flat. It didn't go up and down as much with the tautness. This one is up and down all over the shot. Yeah, so that was a lot more erratic. That was a lot harder. Smallmouth bass, I'm kind of glad I ended on a bass. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that. The whole atmosphere of the game is really good. If you're look around on it, it looks so good. And I made it to level 2. So yeah, I learnt to fish on a video game. but let's get to our actual review. So that's the gameplay side of it. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the gameplay. Just look at the scenery. They've done a really good job of the scenery. They've done a really good job elsewhere. Yeah, it looks really good. I'd have to do some more of the tutorial to find out how to get on and off the boat if you wanted to fish from the thing. But let's just take a look and let's do a review. So, first off, let's talk about Dovetail Games themselves. They're a UK-based company, like many of the companies that I've dealt with so far in this Let's Play series. They're a UK-based company aimed to form a simulation of experiences faithful to the recreation of the world situations and put players at the heart of the action. So, that's the kind of things that they do. Now let's have a look at what this game does. It was released on the 7th of July, and you can see the price, as always, is next to me at $14.99. You can get it on Steam, and you can also get it on Xbox as well. Now, so let's have a look at what this game offers. It offers 20,000 tackle points, Fishing Sim World Deluxe Edition boat, this is if you get the Deluxe Edition, 5 Deluxe Lures, 2 Deluxe Edition hoodies, 2 Deluxe Edition in-game t-shirts, 2 Deluxe Edition caps. So you can get them if you go to get the Deluxe Edition. But about the game itself, and the key features. So the idea is that you have a GPS on your boat. You can also see where the fish are on your boat. So you've got like a quite kind of technology enabled boat. So it does make it nice and easy so that you know you are fishing in the correct areas. If you are a noob, a little bit like me. Now let's have a look at the key fishing, the key details. It does have a multiplayer, and there is tournaments. You can enter live tournaments and go from novice to a champion angler on our global leaderboard. So there's a big global leaderboard there as well. So that's pretty exciting. You can challenge your friends in your and do like multiplayer tournaments. You've got 7 different destinations. You have hundreds of different fish and tackle, 18 different fish species at this moment in time with a unique AI and behavioural patterns. You can actually see that in the gameplay, because in the gameplay when I was catching what I think was the 3rd fish, which was the bass, I actually remarked on how the previous fish reacted so much different. The bass was a lot more erratic, it was pulling either way. So they've done a really good job there. You have carp and coarse and bass fishing. So that was quite an interesting thing. Now let's just have a look at some of the unique experiences of the game, just in case you're looking at the other things before I get more into depth into what I thought about it. For a beginner, the Fishing Pro, you can improve your skills, upgrade your equipment, and master each venue to beat your friends in multiplayer and live tournaments. There's beautiful locations, and I'll go into that in a moment. And it's fully licensed as well. So some of the biggest companies in the fishing industry, I wouldn't name any of these, both in North America and Europe, fully include Bass, Cat Boat, Rattle Trap, Duquette, Corda, Delkim, and Mainline Baits. So there's some of the licensed products within the game. Now let me get on to what I thought of the game. Now, the game, I started really slowly. I think it has a really good way of teaching you bits and pieces about fishing with its tutorials. Its tutorials aren't too hands-on, it's like look and watch a video. But I think that's a really good thing, because you can sit down, you can quickly look and watch a video. They're about 1.5 minutes long, and you can take in what you need to know. You can then go and try it. If it doesn't work, you can go back and watch the video, and it's not like going back to a training mission, which might take you 20 minutes. It's just a quick video. And I really like that concept, especially on a game which is going to be all about a learning curve and being challenged in that learning curve. The looks of the game, the beautiful locations as it says in that, it does look really beautiful. The whole scenery, the sound in the background, the wind that you hear, the water that you hear, the fish, when they're like flapping up and everything into the water, it looks and feels so authentic and so nice. The few times I have been fishing, those are the sounds you kind of hear. You can hear some birds in the background. Really, really, really positive about that. Also, when I finally got the hang of it, there was a technique to it, and the technique worked through and through, which I found really good. The fish fought, and then so again, I thought it was really, really good. really, really strong game when it comes to fishing, and the simulation of fishing, a computer simulation of fishing, and as a game, I think it ticks many of the correct boxes for a fishing game. Outside of the individual, the player, it looks really clean. I would say the player doesn't look as clean as he possibly could look, but in a way, I don't mind that as much. I'm not paying much attention to my character, but that's fine. If you are someone who pays attention to character, you'll probably pick up on that as a negative. So the looks of it is really, really good. The gameplay is kind of addictive. I'm guessing a lot like fishing, because my mates who are big fishery people absolutely adore fishing, and they spend hours upon hours fishing, and I can understand why playing that game. So yeah, very, very impressed with that. It just feels so authentic and so nice, so relaxing. I could definitely sit there for hours upon hours and play that game. There is a lot to learn, and there's lots of different things that you can learn, and so I'm only at the start of my fishing sim world journey, but I'm excited to go back and try it some more. Try and use some of the other fishing techniques on there, see how they work, instead of just using the one fishing technique that I kind of stole from YouTube from my mate to catch the fish. Now, I'm trying to think of I've told you the negative that came to my mind. Of course, at the end of the week, the score will be on my end of week, so on the Sunday YouTube Talk Gaming News, that's where the score will be. So if you are interested in the score, go through and check that out. Again, underscore, I do look at how much it fits into the genre, instead of this game is a such and such out of 10, because that's how I rate every game from 0 to 10. I look at how it looks and feels into the genre. So it's not my I hate this game, it's actually I'm not very good at this kind of game, or I'm not very good at this kind of game, but it feels like a good game to be in that genre. So yeah, happy I had a go at this. Really, really happy. And again, thank you very, very much to Dovetail Games, the developers and the publishers of this game. It is available for $14.99 on the PlayStation Store. I do think it's on discount at the moment of recording this, but I don't know when that discount ends. The discount was $11.99. I don't know if by the time this goes up, whether that discount would have ended. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you think of all the little bits and pieces that I've mentioned, and hit that big like button. That would be epic of you. Have yourself a wonderful day, and I will catch you all soon. Keep catching them fish.